Okay, to say I'm excited about an accessory is an understatement. Yes, I know. It seems silly, but it's the little things that make life easier, that make this mom and homeschooler and goat farmer excited, because I need my crafting to be awesome and easy. The proper tools make all the difference. Stampin' Up's new paper trimmer is all that and a bucket of cheese. That is actually what I say around the house, in case you're wondering. Anytime your crafting is going to be done, you want good cutting paper. You want cardstock that cuts smoothly. You don't want your tools to fight you when crafting. Everything has to be easier because it should be fun. So using our new paper trimmer, your life will be so much easier. So it is beautiful. It actually goes all the way out to 17 inches, and I wanted to show that to you. It clicks in, so you're not going to have your pieces fall apart. Everything is going to hold together. And the reason that this is good is a couple of reasons. Your parts do not want to wiggle. This is super strong and sturdy. It's going to last. This here slips right in. You can see it's got a notch. It's perfect for crafting. And then it has an arm that extends to 17 inches. No joke. That's 43.5 centimeters or 17 inches. That makes me so happy because sometimes you do craft with longer projects. Now, I want to point out that the top of it has a great little notch. I'm actually going to probably attach my blade refills to this with maybe a carabiner or something like that. Stampin' Up's old cutter, side by side, only went to 14.5 inches, and it didn't have a metric counting on there. So I actually like this because I think with being an international company, it's great to have that feature on all of our crafting. And this here was super flimsy, and it clicked in and it was just that. Whereas now, this is super sturdy. It is not coming off. It clicks in, it's got reinforced clicking. Everything's mechanism is just amazing. Now it has a ledge here, and the reason you want that ledge is you want your stamping to be straight or your cutting to be straight. So I'm going to use a piece of Rococo Rose cardstock just to show you what I mean. So here, because of my dyslexia, I have a tendency that things don't always appear straight. So I have learned different tools to make things straight, and ledges are all that in a bucket of cheese. So you can slide it along just like so. I like that it holds your paper there for you in that manner, which is a good thing. Then I'm going to close this because I don't need that right now, but I like that it has a whole platform to land on. It has middle measurements as well as end measurements. You are going to be measured up and down, sideways and crooked. It's so fabulous. Now, this here is the where the cutting blades go. I want to show you the difference. Stampin' Up's previous cutter had these little handles that you held, and they were really tiny and almost impossible. You almost had to like push down to make them work. And they had a small blade and a small little nudge, a little hard dot for scoring. Whereas this one here, the new one, has new and improved, and oh so happy, is it has a, let me pop that out for you guys. There's an area here to pop it out, just in case you didn't know. It has a wheel, a full-on wheel to roll and excite. And I'm going to tuck that down, and it goes down and it stays down in your crafting. Now this is your cutting blade, and I want to show you the difference. Look how big that blade is compared to the old blade. Let me pull that off for you guys to see. Well, it was easier if I just grab a new blade here. And when you see those blades side by side, you're going to laugh because seriously, look at the difference. Look at that giant blade on the new one. Look at the tiny little blade on the old one. Then we're going to pop that back in. We're going to talk about some safety features in our stamping. I love that this has a little lip here, so I'm not putting my hand into the plastic and pulling it in the wrong way. And it locks in with these mini tracks so that you can craft, and the measurement goes past. So if you're cutting something small, your goal will be to cut 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch. You can do that. It has a ledge, it locks in. So when you go to craft, say you just want, go along the ledge here, and you want to go to, I want to show you here. Say you want to go to 1/4 inch, you just go like so. And then no tear, just a smooth cut. I think really having a larger blade is all the key. And look how clean that is, you guys. Super duper clean. I know I have inky fingers from crafting all day, sorry. So say we want to go to 1/2 inch and we just want to score. I'm going to move my cutting blade up and I'm going to score just like so. And you can see a nice precision, no drag, rolling, easy, fun scoring capability. Now say I want to cut that off at 1 inch. Place it there. This locks in, and every time it locks in, I could actually walk now and my project is there. So I have kids and kids are constantly interrupting or budging me. So this is one of those things where I can be distracted and not have a hard time. And did you notice? Another ruler. Rulers make my life happy. Yes, they do. And your cardstock is nice and smooth, clean edge, beautifully cut, with a gorgeous score right down the middle. You need to have a good tool to do good scoring, good cutting, so that your crafting looks wow. Well, when you look side by side to what Stampin' Up's previous cutter was, we had 2 rulers on the edge and we had one on the blade. This measuring was on this side, whereas in the new one it's on the other side. So we have it on the outside, which I like. It actually makes it easier to use for scoring and for different stuff because you can go and do a partial cut or a partial score if you're making a 3D item like a box or a package. Then it also has the additional measurements on the inside with all this gorgeous grid. It's a beautiful, clean grid surface. The con is this. Stampin' Up! Used to have this great storage capability underneath. I know, it was lovely. But one thing I do like that Stampin' Up! Has done is, I know we all love, if you had this cutter, we love the idea of storage. It's a girl thing, I think. I like clean storage. And this would lock in when you push this here to do it. Otherwise, it just kind of flopped about just like that. Nobody likes floppies. So here, it locks in with no locking mechanism. So the best thing to do would be just to pop it open, no effort, but I do like that it holds it there. So it takes a little like pull, and it's not magnetic, but it sure does feel like it's got a magnet because it holds it together. This does not have the storage underneath. Is that going to kill me? Totally not when I hear why. Stampin' Up! Did everything they could to keep the price point affordable for everybody. With a great tool, little grippies. I mean, hello, even the handle has a grippy on it, you guys. I'm upside down. It's easier to see here. It clicks in, you know it's there, but when you look at it from behind, it has a grippy even on the outside so that you're going to have sure, easy crafting. I like the grippies are all the way across. You can see that there. Even with the mist storage, this is sturdier. It's like you have to really work it to make that happen. Whereas this one here felt heavier and it bent a little bit easier, which I didn't like. I like something that feels sturdy, especially if it's going to be doing all the work for me, like cutting. I was asked if you were able to cut more than one cardstock at one time. Yes. So say I were to take this to 5.5. I have ink pads right here. 5.5. I'm going to score. And then I'm going to turn my cardstock and I'm going to cut at, let's say, 4 1/4. That's a standard measurement here in the United States. Now I have a nice elongated card, a great score line, super easy, clean, straight, no effort. I think people are always surprised that it's usually the little things like, I don't know, let's see. It's the little things that you find make a difference in your crafting. A clean edge, a straight score and cut, All of that's really important for a better looking handmade card. I'm grabbing 2 pieces of Rococo Rose cardstock here. And I'm going to show you guys. We're going to score. I'm going to push my cutting blade up. We're going to score this. I don't even have to lift this if I don't want to. I can totally lift it. But I'm going to go to 4 1/4. So here's my 4, go to 1/4. Make sure you guys can see that nice and clear. And then I want to make sure I go to my 4 and my 1/4. When I put it down, it clicks in. I'm going to score all the way up with just the score blade. Yes, I'm scoring 2 at the same time. Did it score all the way down on the 2? Yeah, it did. Look it. Both sides are scored. One is deeper, of course, than the other, but it will work. If you're like me and you do crafting quickly, I like to make a couple of the same cards if I've already got a design so that I can put the others in a drawer ready to ship to a friend or a family. I'm gonna come to the top, move my scoring blade down, go to 5 1/2. And I have to show you, this little ledge goes to 6 right here. It stops me from, with my 12 by 12, from going to lose that there. I like the little ledges. Ledges make your crafting so much better. It's such a happy, happy tool. Now I'm gonna go to 5 1/2. I've been crafting all morning, and yes, I've been using this so much. I love it. And I'm gonna cut all the way through. Do I have to push hard? I don't. Clean, beautiful, scored and cut, nice edges, super fun. You guys, I just have 4 cards I can use immediately. The ledge prevents them from falling out. So say I'm crafting in a limited space especially. I have been known to craft while traveling on airplanes and trains. Yes, I've done both. And then I just want to show you, nice clean edge. Beautifully done, Stampin' Up. Can I just say bravo? I love this. I love making 3D items as gifts for people. Cardstock and paper is make me happy. It's my happy spot. Then I'm gonna use a bone folder to impress the edge like I normally do with my bone folder, which is not in front of me, but I'll grab another one. And just go across. Your card is flat. It's not misshapen. It's clean, it's nice, and it's easy and ready to use. And I made 4 in a matter of seconds. You can cut more things like foil paper. Whenever I cut glimmer paper, this is what I do with foil and glimmer paper, which I don't have right in front of me. Let me grab that real quick. Okay, so I went and grabbed my gold glimmer paper. Gold glimmer paper, any of our glimmer paper, has a really thick texture to it, and our foils do as well because they have adhesive that's holding 2 pieces together. So this is holding all these little bits of glitter, which, by the way, no matter how much you rub it, you might end up with just small bits, but not much with Stampin' Up glimmer paper. That's why you pay for what we get. It is just the best. Now, say I want to cut a nice piece of glimmer paper. I would never, ever, ever cut it from the top up. Do you know why? This is a little tip when you're cutting and die cutting if you can, unless you're die cutting words. Instead, I flip it over. You can, again, just open the ledge, no problem. But I'm gonna go to 4. I'm gonna put it down, and I like that it clicks, and I'm going to cut from behind. Now, my blade is not going across the front of all of that texture. So instead, by going behind, it's going through the glue, which is the thickest part of it, really, anyway, to create a little glimmer. Do I love this paper cutter? Yes, so freaking much. I hope you do too. This is just a quick little synopsis. I have a lot of my customers that are waiting to order this, and I don't think you need the replacement blades right away, but I'm the kind of girl that's always, I'm not a Girl Scout, but it's kind of like a Girl Scout. I'm always ready, like, and willing, or whatever their term is, for this here. I like the ledges. I love the measuring. I like that it clicks in for easy clicking. It's got a beautiful thin cutting line right there. Nice and thin. The one that Stampin' Up had before had a removable piece right here. And it was thicker, so let me grab that. I must have dropped it when I was grabbing those. I have stockpiled all these little accessories, but then you lose things. I don't like losing things. Oh, it's right here on my stamping table. I don't like losing things. So if you look here, look how thick that was right there. Lots of gunk got inside, as you can see. And then it had two sides slipped in, and you had to lock it, or just like now, you'll get lost. But if you were to compare it to the clean, firm, not losing piece there, this here is a lot cleaner. It's deep, super deep, whereas this is not, and it's not going to get lost. I can lose my paper snips from one project to the next, like I have done today, believe it or not, or my bone folder. And so anytime a piece of accessory can be lost, that makes me sad. You can hook this or tie it with ribbon or something and hang it from your crafting area, maybe a carabiner. I like the refills. They're great right here. I would put these either on a carabiner on the edge so that I knew where it was at all times, or I have a drawer for all of my accessories like that so that I don't lose it. It's always stationary for me. I love the colors. I like how clean and sturdy this is. I do want to point out, do you see these marks here? I used wet erase marker for my kids because we were creating a project, and I told them where they were to cut. So you can see here, they did 3.5, and then they did 4.5. So I did that for my kids. I do that in my own crafting, and when I'm done, I can just take a little wet napkin and wipe it off. Super, super slick, but it has a sense of grip to it. So your paper's gonna really stay where you want it for crafting. I hope you enjoyed this little review of the new paper cutter from Stampin' Up, and you can see and get on my mailing list for when it's available at gettingcrafty.net. That's gettingcrafty.net, and if you shop from me, you'll receive happy mail and a little gift in the mail, especially when you use the current hostess code, which right now is N39JW7G9, but you can see the current code on my blog at all times, where I am glad to send you a gift and a pretty card in the mail. If you'd like to get your own stunning paper crafting cutter, as well as a discount on it, hello, that's like the best part, I'm all about the discount, join our Getting Crafty family, where you can grab this right away. We would love to have you, as well as you can pick $125 in product for only $99 in free shipping. That's over $35 in free product, plus Stampin' Up! Puts probably about $75 worth of product for free inside as a free bonus. Do not miss out. Grab this paper cutter and all of your crafting supplies at a great discount, and then all of your orders from there on are 20 to 25% off savings, if not more. I love it. If you have any questions, please contact me at any time at gettingcrafty.net, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. Thanks for crafting with me. Have a good one. Bye.